What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the live stream. All right. How you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good week. All right. Um. Oh, I humbly thank you. I'm so close to 3K subscribers. So close. Hopefully, I'll get there by the end of the month. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, because I want to, hopefully I can progress quickly, but I'm fine with going slow too. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, humbly, I'm humbly thankful for all the support and love. Right, you guys are amazing. So I got I think some good clips today. Some good, recently viral. Some were recently viral clips. So hopefully you guys haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure a good deal of you guys have seen it, right? I mean, if you guys are on social media, you've either seen it directly or other creators talk about it. But you know, maybe I give a different kind of perspective or viewpoint, or you just like me saying, talking about them. But let's get started. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. All right, so like always, or like usual, let's start out with a Kendra G reaction video. All right, so let's check this out.
Hello? Hi, you're here. Do you want to be on the show?
Yes. 1 minute.
What is going on? You ready?
Hi.
Hi.
Wait. I need to turn up the volume. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I
Mariam,
don't know
where
why
are
I
you
can't
calling me
hear
from?
you. It's not loud enough.
Say again?
It's not loud enough on my end.
I can hear you.
Oh,
On the app.
maybe
This
I
is
put
our
on my.
dating app, so we can start there. Mariam, Nana.
Yes, that's me.
And where do you live? You live in the Philippines. Okay, yes. Do
Yes,
you want
that's
a guy
me.
in the Philippines?
Yep.
Okay, now do you want to do the questions? Are you ready?
Yeah, that's me. Yes.
All right, let's do it. Miriam, you're in the Philippines. You're 38.
Yes, I'm 38.
Do you have any kids?
Do I have?
Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have one son. He's 9. He'll turn 9 on Tuesday.
He'll turn 9 on Tuesday. Okay. So we got Miriam, Philippines, 38. One son that
Maureen.
Maureen. I'm sorry, Maureen.
Thank you, Maureen.
Maureen. Okay. So Maureen, Philippines, 38.
Yes,
One son that's 9.
I'm from Kenya, but I work in the Philippines. So I'm a diplomat. I don't like using the word diplomat. I'm an expat.
Okay, so you're from Kenya, but you live in the Philippines.
Yes, I work here. I've been here for 4 years now. I should be rotating to another country in maybe 2 years.
Okay. And maybe 2 years. Okay. You said you have a son that's 9. Have you ever been married?
Yes, I was married, divorced my ex-husband in 2020.
2020. Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm in human resource management. I work for the United Nations.
United Nations. Okay. All right. So it's Mariam?
Maureen.
Maureen from Kenya, lives in the Philippines, 38, mom to a 9-year-old, was once married. Now she works for the United what?
Nations.
Nations. All right. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A kind, man, you have to be kind to yourself first, because that way then you can be kind to me. Someone who's well educated and well read, basically, if you don't know.
I want to say this, right? This is a woman that's, in my opinion, probably a 4, maybe a 3. So much forehead, you know, hairstyle, you know. I guess I'm being cruel, but I mean, she's definitely, she falls in average at best, I guess. But here's the thing: men that are kind to themselves, love themselves, do not get with modern day older women, right? So
Where Kenya is, that's a problem. If you don't know where the Philippines is, that's a problem, you know? So I just need people who know more than their surroundings. There's a lot of Americans here in the Philippines, so even after traveling so far from the US to come to the Philippines, are still a bit rough around the edges in terms of their knowledge. I think most of them are probably the army or this used to be a US base at some point. There was a US base here. So when I meet the Americans, they are not very well read. There's many other nationalities here. So you'd find other nationalities are more, whether it's British, whether it's Europeans, they are more well-versed. So I need someone like that. And also it's because of the nature of my work. The nature of my work and just the nature of the people I hang around with. You hang around with a lot of diplomats, a lot of well-educated people. So you need to be able to keep up in terms of the conversation. So be someone who's at least ready to learn, ask questions if you don't know, but you're also quite open-minded in terms of your mind is open to learning new things and exploring the world, okay? Exploring the world. So you need to be kind to yourself, kind to me. You need to be someone who is quite self-aware, a good communicator. You need to be great at communicating. I don't mean calling me all the time, etc. But I mean when you communicate, it needs to be clear, it needs to be concise, it needs to send the message across. Okay. You also, I don't mind someone who has kids, because and someone who's raised sons. And I think for me, I'm at a point where any man who would enter my life now would need to be someone who I would be able to see as a potential father to my son. Why I say this is, you may have your own kids, but you need to be also willing and ready to be a father to a woman with a son, because he's at that age where he's starting to ask those questions. A 9-year-old is, preteen, starting to ask all those questions. Huh?
Where's his real father?
His real father is back in Kenya.
So, okay.
Not involved, like nothing. Yeah. Okay. They do communicate. Like I gave my son a phone. There's no communication with me. I prefer it that way. You don't need to call me. I bought my son a phone. Call him. He can call you anytime. Just don't call me. Like we were done. We're done. So you can have access to your son, but no access to me.
Here's the modern day women that's, this is what I've said this, right? I've said this before. Feminism has poisoned other countries of the world. It has. It has really turned women into just undesirable mates, undesirable partners. Okay? It has. There's really no value, no benefit. It's just, there's really, it's just really nothing special, right? Here's a woman, 38, single mom, divorcee, career woman, wants a really well intelligent man. I mean, this is already just this, the tip of the iceberg. Wants a man to now step in for her as the father figure of her son, because she's not even near the father of her child. So that's already, now you're gonna have a bigger role in this kid's life that's not yours. And this is the thing. I just, even in the intelligent level, right? Probably college educated, really well versed, great talker. I just don't think. I don't think those men would want her. I just don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So what are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. So you don't have a passport. That's a problem. That's a problem. Let's start there. Because the nature of my job is one where we'll move around a lot. Now, if you do want a situation where we are settling down together, it would likely mean that then I'm the one coming to you and moving to you, right? If that is the case, then you would need to be in the 150K upwards bracket, okay? So if you're not there and that is what you want, then it would be a deal breaker if you're below that bracket. Poor communication.
100%, 100%, Alvi. I agree. Like, just because you have a degree, it don't mean you're smart, right? Because here's a woman, obviously well educated, but is she truly smart? She already wants a rare, intelligent man. Okay, 150K. Even worldwide statistics, that is a rare man still. This is how insane it is, right? If you even put worldwide statistics, I don't know the exact number, but it is still not high, right? I don't know what's the let's see. So about, what is it? I don't know. I don't know if it's true. It's like, I'm trying to look. What is a I can't find it. I can't find the statistic. I don't think it's that high, right? I don't I because I gotta read through it, so I can't find it. But I still believe it's a rare man. I honestly do. So here's a woman that is really average to below average, still asking for a rare man. She's no different than any other woman. Plus, there's women that are better looking, better situation, probably not necessarily modern career woman mindset, that is more worth it. She's definitely average to below average in looks. Okay? Situation, single mom, I mean, personality, mediocre, mundane, nothing special. It's like, this is the thing where this is where actual wisdom and intelligence come in part. Do you think you qualify for the men you're asking for? Do you think so? I don't.
Communication is another deal breaker. Just poor communication, and poor communication, whether it's with your family, whether it's with if you have kids, if you have grown kids, young kids, poor communication all round. Like, I'd need to see what kind of communicator you are. And if you're a poor communicator with other people, then you'll be a poor communicator with me. So that's a deal breaker for sure. Yeah, I think not using proper English, you use too much colloquialism. yeah, too much of that. I mean, it's fun with friends, and in a social setting, but yeah, just communicate properly. Use proper English. Use proper English. Um, you you can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to be American. You can be anywhere in the world. I just need someone who is a professional. You need to be a professional in all ways. In your career, you need to be professional, a professional of sorts. So you could be a suit, a banker, finance. You could be in project management. You could be in construction. You could be in, wherever. But just be a professional. So
So, okay. Let me jump in here. He has to be presentable. I think you mentioned it earlier. He has to make at least 150K.
Yes, this is because I still want maybe one or two more kids. I would like to have more kids, right? So that would mean a situation where then I'm coming to you to, if we're starting a family, etc. Right? But if I'm okay, also if we reach, because I'm getting to an age where kids are really not a thing. So if we are at that point where you don't want more kids, I don't want more kids, we just want to just enjoy life together, enjoy the world together, then I'd be okay with 100K, because then it would mean then I'm still working, right? So I'm okay with 100K, and maybe 80, it depends on which state you're from. If you're in the US, if you're in Europe, I don't know, 100K would probably cut it in Europe. Below that would be, different. If you're in Africa, again, 80K equivalent would be.
So 150 is for Europe. Is that American? Like, what would it be for American?
So 150 USD. I'm using USD because I guess a large percentage of your audience is.
He has to make equivalent to 150K.
Yes. So that's the annual equivalent I'm talking about.
So let me just ask you one question. So if a man made 85K American money, you can't date him?
It would depend on what he's looking for. Is he the type who wants me to be at home? You want me to be at home? Then 85K, I don't know. It depends on which state. You see, again, the cost of living in different American states is different. So 85K, say in Georgia, is different from maybe 85K in New York.
Absolutely.
You understand?
So do you want to move to the States? Because I know you're in the Philippines right now.
I'm not opposed to it. I would prefer someone who wants to live outside the US. If you're American, it's fine. That would be okay. Because it creates you. It means you're a person who's adventurous. If you're a remote worker, then it means then you can come to me. So then we can make the money work if you're coming to me, or moving with me wherever I'm moving to.
Oh, they can move in. They can move in with you?
Yes, we can have that conversation.
Okay.
We can have that conversation.
Okay. For some reason, these questions. Okay.
I need to be able to hear them.
Taxmaster said, "Man, please wait until you leave the Philippines, because you can't compete with the Philippines there. They're more fit, feminine, and don't have your wild requirements."
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on YouTube and just put on.
That is true. You're in the Philippines. You are competing.
Okay, go again with your question, Kendra. Sorry.
Women.
This is
Repeat
what
the question.
Taxmaster
why?
DFW said, "Man, please wait until you leave."
There are literally men that make 50K, 60K, 70K, able to find a Filipino wife with less standards, and she's obviously skinnier, younger, a whole lot more prettier, and even in some cases childless. So really, now imagine this: if you make 150K, you have more options, right? You could even pick even higher cream of the crop Filipino women. So the choices, if he goes there, is absolutely insane. Okay? So why choose her when you have a sea of beautiful other Asian women? When with her high standards and low value, why is it worth that?
Leave the Philippines because you can't compete with the Filipinas there. They are more fit, feminine, and don't have your wild requirements. What?
100%.
I can't
It's not
hear
that they're
you.
fit feminine. Filipino women, this is the thing with Filipino women from my observation. Because Philippines is a developing country, the men are not your working type of man. They don't like to work, they're lazy, right? But then you find that the women want a man, the foreigners, because the foreigners are able to take care of their whole family. They're able to take care of their father, their mother, their brothers, their sisters. So they adjust. Filipino women are very aggressive. Let me tell you, they are more aggressive than Africans. But they conform to fit what it is a man is looking for. But once they have you, let me tell you, you are done for. They will squeeze everything they will out of you. I've seen so many men, and most of them Americans, unfortunately, older men who come here, marry a Filipino girl, and then on the expat Facebook group, they're
Wouldn't she literally, like, her requirement is men having a certain amount of money. This is the thing, right? Don't be fooled. Yes, Filipino women would want you for your money as well. No duh. No duh. This is the thing, right? Men aren't stupid. Men know practically, if not every, most women are after you for your money. If not every, most are. It's like, I'm telling you this, if you don't know that, you're stupid. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now, guys, right? As your brother, right? Your brother in arm, most women, if not all, are after your money. Whether it's small amount or a large amount, it don't matter, right? But this is the thing. It is about the trade-off. If I'm going to support a woman, it has to be worth it. It has to be worth it. Here's a woman that requires a man to make over 100K, okay? She requires it too. So no different than, let's say, a Filipino woman. So look at this, right? She wants an intelligent man. So look at this. An intelligent man usually would be, hopefully, in his masculinity. He's a leader, right? He takes control of his life. Plus, a man that makes over 100K should not be no slouch. He should not be no slouch. He shouldn't, I'm not saying there aren't, he shouldn't be a simp, right? Shouldn't let women just control him, abuse him, and step all over him. So, if a man that's intelligent, maybe good looking, make over 150K or make over 100K, well, would he be more in control if he's still with a, let's say, if he pick a Filipino woman? Most likely he would. But he knows that she still wants his money. She still wants the provision, right? To be provided for. She even talks about being a stay-at-home mom, right? If he has 150K. So, no different. You are still extracting resources, squeezing a man dry, right? Still doing the same thing as a Filipino woman. But it is the trade-off. Men know that women want men's resources. So, would I rather go for a younger woman, more beautiful, most likely childless, that will take my resources, but still be with me, most likely still be with me, married with me, maybe have kids with me? Or do I want to pick a 38-year-old, below average looking woman, single mother, divorcee, that would still drain me dry of money, of resources? It's the pros and cons. It's weighing what's the trade-off, the better trade-off.
Complaining about, oh, she stole my money, oh, she did my this, she took the house, I can't own the house. And I'm thinking, guys, you keep going back on this cycle. You come here looking for these women, you get the woman, and then when shit hits the fan, you're complaining. Other expats complain. And so you could easily say, oh, they're fit, feminine, but the reality is I'm not going to lie to you about the fact that this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. But a Filipino woman will play the part until she gets the ring.
Some men don't care, though. Unfortunately, I mean, like, I know, I understand what you're saying, but some men are like, you said the one thing that matters a lot to men is she conforms to what he wants. And some men are like, I'll deal with the backlash, but if she gonna be what I want, child, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna read all these comments, but I think there's a sentiment of saying some people don't feel as though you'll get a man that can make 150K. Have you ever dated a man that made 150K? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said, have you ever dated a man that made 150K?
Yes. I said yes.
Yeah. Okay. So she's dated a man that's made that amount of money before. Okay. We did the Kendra Cam already? Okay, what's going on now?
So what? It's like dated or just had sex. I'm sorry. Even a fat, ugly girl, probably in her body count, is a millionaire, right? I've heard a lot of men say it's better than my hand. It's better than my hand. So really, you can say you dated a man that makes over 6 figures. Great. Where is he? This is the thing where women can't understand, can't distinguish. Great. You had sex with a man, you maybe dated a man, but you cannot get long-term commitment from that man. So, do you actually qualify for that man? This is the thing. Like I said, a lot of men have said, it's better than my hand. If he just sees you as a quick, easy lay, okay, well, you're quick and easy. I mean, like, let's say this. Even for, let's say, a man that makes 6 figures, even a man that's a millionaire, not every woman, especially the top gorgeous woman, would be an easy lay, right? So, why not go for the ugly ones, the one that's below average? It's quick, easy, not that difficult. So, it don't matter if you dated these type of men that fits your standards, right? Don't matter if you dated them, you've had sex with these men that fit your standards. Where are they? Because again, it's about long-term commitment for a woman. If all women care about is situationships, boom, every woman's golden, right? If all women are looking for is situationships, is hookups, all women are golden, right? All women will have no problem. But they're not. Women are looking for long-term commitment. So that should be where the bar is. Not dating, not having sex, because again, men will have sex with very ugly women. like I've seen it, I've heard it. Above average men would have sex with below average women. So
now we have a delay. This is going to irritate me, honey. What did you do differently?
No.
Yeah, don't do that because we have a delay.
It's the sound.
Okay, we don't got to do that. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Okay, we see you, girlfriend. We got you, mama. All right. When was your last relationship?
2020. I won't call it a relationship. I've not really had a relationship since I divorced my husband. They've been dates. I've been dating. Let's call it I've been dating, honestly. I've not been in a relationship since I left my ex-husband, just dating.
Okay.
It's been a bit of a challenge in Asia. Again, because my preference is black. So yes, the men in the tax bracket that I'm looking for end up being white. Some end up being Asian. I said I'm gonna try to be open because I remember you said some years back that your dating pool is only as far as your environment is. And unfortunately, I've been in Asia now for 6 years. So now it's like I'm trying to get an assignment in, at least somewhere in Africa, or even some assignments in the US. We have a few offices in some states in the US, but just trying to get those assignments so that then it kind of also widens my pool. Unfortunately, these are the options I have here. So I've just been going on this because I don't want to, again, be closed off to it. And also just to keep, you need to keep in practice, having conversation and, just seeing what people talk about from different countries. You need to be kind of need to be open. So I'm trying to be open, but I prefer black, whether you're American, British, European, whether you're Chinese, you need to be black.
Okay.
Black.
All right. When was your last relationship?
2020, my marriage, really. My
Okay,
marriage
so
was my
4
last
years ago.
relationship.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Around the same time, like
So you
2021.
haven't had sex in 4 years?
Yeah.
Let me.
I swear. I mean, this is the thing, right? Women. I've said this before. Dating for women is easy. It is monstrously easy. But if you can't get a relationship in 4 years, right, from the men that you want, that's gotta say a lot. That's gotta say a lot. You don't qualify for the men that you want.
Let me ask you this. If you
And
don't
I
meet a
realize that
man,
I don't
let me just
miss
ask you this. Let me ask you
it.
this. Let me ask you this. So you haven't been with a man since you got divorced. Did your ex-husband have all these requirements?
Oh, no. Oh, the
No.
whole.
Okay.
Oh,
So
let's not even go there. No, he did. Like, let me tell you.
Don't tell
No.
her. Don't tell her.
okay. So after your ex-husband, that's when you had the
Sorry, I'm
requirement.
recovering from a cough. Sorry.
So after your ex-husband, that's where the 150K requirements came into place.
I tried with my ex-husband. What else?
McCoy, you missed it. She did stand up. She's a chub. She's not. I mean, come on. Like when you see like she's not. She's like below average, at best.
Was trying was give a man a chance to come to his own, which just wasn't working out because, yeah, it's not working. It was not working out. Yeah, like
So let me ask you
5 years.
because I know you also said you want a man that's going to be a father to your child. If you don't find a man that fits the tax bracket requirement that you desire or other things, are you just okay with not having no man, or would you bend on any of your requirements?
So over the past few months, I've gotten to that point where I'm like, I think I'd be okay just, raising my son on my own and just, focusing on my career. But then you're told,
Let me say this. I think more women should. I honestly think more women should. More women should focus on their career. If they're a single mom, focus on raising a good, productive adult. Here's the thing. Single mom, statistically, raise terrible children. Raise terrible, productive adults. Statistically. Not all single moms, right? But most unproductive adults come from single parent households. single mother household, particularly. So focus on your career. Focus on raising a productive adult. Get out of the dating market. Get out of the dating market. Here's the thing, right? Make the dating market better. Make the dating market better. Take out some of these delusional women. I think the dating market would be drastically better. Okay? I think so. Here's a woman that, like I said, she's strong, independent. She's doing her thing, right? Her career is going soaring. Awesome. Focus on that. I think more women should do that. Stop dating. Stop dating. If you want situationships, cool, but stop dating. Stop looking for a man. Period. Right? And here's a woman, 4 years, no sex, no man. She's doing good, right? She's fine. Dusty cooch or not. So I think more women should.
Talk to friends and they're saying, oh yeah, don't be closed off. You're still young. I have older friends. They're like, oh, you're still young. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give it a try. I'll continue to give it a try up to a point. But I think over the past few months, I've reached a point where I'm like, yeah, I think I'd be fine, just raising my son on my own. When in another 10 years, he'll be in college. In another 10 years, I'll be almost 50. Just focus on that, retirement, invest.
Yo, Philly, what's up? That's, if I ever become, big, I would love to, host, but it's nothing. It's crazy. But whatever. Philly. I'm from Philly.
Property.
So basically, because we got to kind of go because I've been talking to you for a while. So basically what I'm hearing is your requirements are your requirements. And if you can't get a man to meet those requirements, you're okay with not having one.
Yeah, I believe I am. I really honestly believe I am.
Okay. They're telling me to ask you because I know you mentioned the U.S., you live in the Philippines. They're saying, Kendra, why aren't you asking her about a green card? Is that a
Green
concern?
card.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Yo, Cleveland, Ohio. Awesome. Thank you, Nia, for checking out the live. This is the thing. This is what I'm gonna re-upload these, right? If you guys checked out my other Kendra G video, this is the main point of this segment, this video. I've now seen it. More women, right? Especially women like this, should get out of the dating market. Stop dating. Focus on your career, right? Make your money, whatever. Get and focus on your child. If you're a single mom, right? If you're a single mom too, focus on, creating, right? Raising productive future adults. Focus on that. Focus on making your children good adults. And then focus on your career, right? Make your money, make your hundreds of thousands, right? Be your 6-figure earner yourself. And then now you have the money to, generational wealth. Pass it down to your children. Focus on that. Don't focus on a man. I really, because here's the thing, right? Also, this is the thing. Statistically, there's more women than men on this earth. There's more women than men in this earth. Okay, so most women, or a good chunk of women, will just be single. So just stay single. Because a lot of women don't understand that you pretty much either age out of the dating market, your value ain't that special. This is the thing, right? Especially for the men that you ask for. I've said this before. No matter if a woman is ugly, pretty, old, young, fat, skinny, whatever, it don't matter, right? You will always be able to get a man. Always. But will it be the man that you want? That's the key. That's the key. Will it be the man that you want? So, this woman is such a stickler for her standards. Great. I don't tell women to lower their standards. Don't. Keep it as high as you want. But there comes to a point where you need to realize you need to get out of the dating market. Your standards Because for years, if you haven't met your standards, no man has given you long-term commitment. When dating is so easy, right? For a woman, getting a man is so easy for a woman, yet no man has met your standards for a long-term commitment. Well, you don't qualify for it. Save yourself time, save other men headaches, and just focus on your career. If you have a kid, if you're a single mom, which a lot of Kendra G, guests are single moms, focus on, raising productive adults. Because like I said before, statistically, most of the unproductive adults come from single mother households. So more single mothers should kind of, make a difference. So yeah, that's what I think. But what do you guys think? Fairfax, dude from Fairfax, thank you for joining. McCoy, Parasocial, Neo, Alvi, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for jumping on the live, right? I think we're gonna have some good lives tonight. I mean, some good clips to react to. So all right, so this one, I just saw this clip today. This infuriated me. So hopefully you guys, let's check this out.
Sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have no idea how.
I'm sorry.
I successfully sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have no idea how happy this makes me, because now I can be a stay-at-home mom, because 40% of his paycheck can support me fully financially. So what happened was, I'm a lesbian and I can't have babies the natural way, obviously. So I went the IVF route, and I went to a sperm bank and I bought sperm. I get pregnant, I have my baby, I'm living with my girlfriend, she's working full-time, so she's supporting us financially, and then all of a sudden she decides she wants to break up, and she refuses to give me child support. She said, I don't want anything to do with this baby, I'm not on the birth certificate, I'm not legally obligated to take care of them, I'm out. And I said, well shit, what am I gonna do now? Then it occurred to me, I could sue the baby's biological father. I mean, the baby wouldn't be here without him, right? So my friend that works at the sperm bank got me my sperm donor's contact info, and I texted him, and I acted like it was the wrong number. And we ended up making plans. We were texting back and forth for a while. We ended up making plans to meet up, and I hung out with him for a few months, befriended him, and then I got a DNA sample off of his cup one day, like swabbed it for his saliva. I sent it in and made sure that he actually was the biological father of my child, and he was. So I took him to court to get child support, and they granted me 40% of his paycheck. I successfully.
This is the thing. Everything about this is illegal, right? Or it should be. The insanity of this. Is there any investigation? This is so infuriating. This is so infuriating. This is the insanity right here of our justice system. Where a man is like, this is the thing where I am extremely angry. Extremely angry. She's the only one responsible for it. She's the only one responsible for it. It is a sperm bank. The man should never, period. It's like, God, it's just absolutely infuriating. Our justice. This is the thing. This right here, okay, shows you women have more rights than men. Women have more privileges in society than men. Okay? You have the exact same rights of men, and yet you have no real connection to this man, and yet you can still garnish wages from this man, from this stranger. It's absolutely, utterly insane. I'm disgusted. Well, let's react to this.
Successfully sued my sperm donor, and now I get 40% of his paycheck. You have
And the happiness on her effing face. No care for that man. The absolute.
no idea how happy this makes me because now I can be a stay-at-home mom because
Stay at home. Selfish. Absolutely selfish. You are the only one in this equation that wanted to be the parent, that wanted a child. And what do? You wanted a child, yet you're too lazy to actually support your own effing child. So what? You will look out to a stranger to support your lifestyle. This is the selfishness of a lot of women. A lot of women. Okay? This is the selfishness of a lot of women. Where they do not want to be adults. They don't want to be adults. They want to be, it's like, you know what? This is the thing. I swear I would trade places with a stay-at-home mom. I would. Okay? How about treat me just as nice, treat me great, and provide for me. And I'll stay home with the kids. And I'll take care of all shit. Because women, I've seen it. And I've been there. It's not the most, it's not comparable to an actual 9-to-5 job. It's not. It's not as taxing, not as stressful, not as just mentally draining as the same as a 9-to-5 job. Women know that. Women know how stressful, how draining, how mentally exhausting it is to work, having to pay bills, forced to pay bills, working so you can pay bills, right? Worrying about your paycheck, worrying about your rent, worrying about all this shit. Right? Women know that. Modern day women know that. So they will do whatever they can so they don't have to be full-grown adults. It's disgusting.
40% of his paycheck can support me fully financially. So what happened was
40% of your paycheck. It's like he didn't even 40%. How's the man living? It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, 40%. 40%.
a lesbian and I can't have babies the natural way, obviously. So I went the IVF route and I went to a sperm bank and I bought sperm. I get pregnant, I have my baby, I'm living with my girlfriend, she's working full time, so she's supporting us financially. And then all of a sudden she decides she wants to break up and she refuses to give me child support. She said, I don't.
Not even the woman that she was in a relationship with wants to be with this woman. This is the thing. Here's the thing where a lot of people don't talk about, especially the LGBT whatever community. They don't talk about the toxicity, okay? Women, and a lot of them can't even stand other women. They can't. Hell, you do statistically, hell, gay relationships last longer or better than actual lesbian relationships. Because you can't even deal with this absolute, utter selfishness. Because here's the thing. This woman already shows strangers how selfish she is. Okay? Imagine now, women having to, and women don't. I'm sorry, whether you're lesbian or not, women don't naturally want to financially support someone else. Women don't, right? Not naturally, not in general, right? Women do not find pleasure in financially supporting someone else. They don't. So even her girlfriend or her partner couldn't stand her, doesn't want to be with her.
I don't want anything to do with this baby. I'm not on the birth certificate. I'm not legally obligated to take care of them. I'm out. And I said, well, shit, what am I going to do now? Then it occurred to me, I could sue the baby's biological father. I mean, the baby wouldn't be here without him, right?
The baby wouldn't be here without him. The baby wouldn't be here if you didn't make it. This is the thing, right? The whole Roe v. Ray crap, whatever, the whole women, controlling their bodies. Like, all that talk, women controlling their bodies, yet men have no say in nothing. It's just, this right here infuriates me, because this is the injustice that men are going through. Why do you think so many men, okay, are tired or fed up with how Western society treats men? The world treats men like shit. And I'm talking about average men. I'm not talking about the top percent men, the men that make six figures, the men that makes millionaires. No, I'm not talking about those men. I'm talking about the majority of men, which are average men. The world shits on average men. Okay? Even average women have a better life than average men.
So my friend that works at the sperm bank got me my sperm donor's contact info, and
that part is absolute. I believe it's absolutely illegal. I believe it's anonymous. You don't get, like, I can't. Does the court do no investigation? It's absolutely disgusting. How can you do something so illegal? I believe it's supposed to be anonymous. I don't think that information is given out like that. And that's the insanity of it. That's the insanity of it. This is why I want to show this to men. The $100 or whatever you get from donating sperm, don't do it. It's full of crap. Guess who's helping? The lesbians. It's helping lesbians. And guess what they will do? They will not have any qualms of screwing men up. Because they're lesbians. They could give a shit about men. Right? Imagine just hetero women, right? They don't even give a shit about men. So, the lesbians, they definitely don't care about men. They definitely don't care about the suffering, okay? The destruction of men.
I texted him and I acted like it was the wrong number. And we ended up making plans. We were texting back and forth for a while. We ended up making plans to meet up. And I hung out with him for a few months, befriended him. And then I got a DNA sample off of his cup one day, like swabbed it for his saliva. I sent it in and made sure that he actually was the biological father of my child. And he was. So I took him to court to get child support. And they granted me 40% of his paycheck.
It's just disgusting. It is really disgusting. Where you would think so innocently, right, donating sperm, that this is what happens to you. That you can be sued, okay? You can maybe put on child support for a kid that you didn't quite make, but you are now being put on child support. It's absolutely disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. And 40%? It's like, okay, you know what? In a still terrible situation, 10, 20%, just to help her out. No. He's been garnishing wage enough so she can be a stay-at-home mom. Continue her laziness. Continue her selfishness. She is not even working to provide for her own kid. She is making some stranger provide for her kid. It's 40% is insane. McCoy, 40%, yes, it's insane. It's like, you might as well, I mean, like, it's not that much different than half, okay? It's like, it's like a while back, right? I was seeing like an ad, right? An ad or some kind of video of sperm banks telling men, oh, we need your help. Please donate more. More men need to donate. More men need to go to the sperm banks because we need your help. We need, to help out people, right? I.e., people like this. Yeah. Don't. F the sperm banks. Do not do it. Okay? This right here should be a wake-up call. I mean, I think so too. I think they are. But this right here is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. To do that to a complete stranger you don't know. To pretty much ruin someone else's life. 40%? How is he going to survive? He is surviving paycheck to paycheck. Literally, this woman is forcing another man, right? Forcing a stranger to survive paycheck to paycheck. If he's even surviving paycheck to paycheck now. For what? For her to be lazy, for her to stay home, for her not to even financially support her own kid. It's like, this is not even like the most optimal situation where she's working, she's trying her best to provide for her kid, like a struggling single mom, right? This is not even that case, right? She's not even a struggling single mom. She's a lazy ass single mom. And she wants this stranger to continue and help her laziness, right? This is, I mean, like, I don't even agree to the whole, if it was like a working, working hard or difficult, I mean, struggling lesbian single mom, I wouldn't even agree to that situation, but at least she is trying her best to provide for her children, but she couldn't, so she sued the donor for child support. Okay, I guess. I mean, that's still not great, but at least you are trying your best to provide for your children, right? For your kid. You just need more support. You just need more help. I guess I can be empathetic or sympathetic to that. But this is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The selfishness of women, it knows no bound. What do you guys think? Oh, I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he is. Let's continue with the utter selfishness of women. I'm pretty sure, I mean, like, if you guys are on social media, right, or watch other content creators, you probably have seen this. So, but, let's react to it on my channel. Alright, so let's check this out.
I walked away from a 12-year relationship with 2 kids. We had been together since I was 16 years old. I had 2 children as a teenager. And I can honestly say that as young adults raising 2 children, we did pretty okay. But about 6 years into the relationship, I began to feel stuck. While he was sticking to and accomplishing all of the goals that he had set for himself, I was feeling like my life was just becoming like a revolving door of mother and wife duties. And then the goals that I had for myself would come last. I would come up with all these plans on how we could, you know, relocate to California as a family. And he would entertain it, but he never spoke life into it. And when it all hit the fan, I walked away from everything. And you know what was the hardest? The judgment and criticism that I received, especially from people I thought would be in my corner. After leaving that relationship, an overflow of blessings and opportunities started to come my way. It has been an extremely long journey of healing. I didn't know who I was outside of being a mom and a wife. I am that too, but I'm also more than just that. Now I am getting to know LaBrittany. I walked away from a...
You couldn't get to know yourself in your marriage? Here's a quote. A man will give up his happiness for his family. A woman will give up her family for her happiness. The selfishness. The utter selfishness. Okay? Only this is the insane. Look at this, right? Why do you think more and more men, okay, are telling women what you bring to the table, or the 50-50 dates, or, you know, coffee dates, all these, everything, right? Everything you see that women are complaining about right now, where men are not even approaching them, men are going, oh, passport bros, everything you hear about about all the complaints of men right now in today's day and age, you wonder why. Why? Exhibit A. Because so many women, especially selfish women, especially Western women, are so utterly selfish. They only think about themselves, their own happiness. Okay? They care about no one else. They don't care about who they hurt. They don't care about anybody else but themselves. Okay? This is the thing. Men don't mind sacrificing their own happiness for others. Men do not mind, okay? Because men know that's the way it is. Don't mind sacrificing their own happiness for others. I have heard, and I've been there, okay? I've been there. I know many men have stayed in marriages, long-term relationships, okay? Whatever. Sexless. Unhappy. But he knows that either his girlfriend, his wife, or his children, he doesn't want to break that up. He doesn't want to be the reason to break that up. So he will suffer in silence for others. He will sacrifice himself for the greater good, for his family, for his wife, for his kids. Women, well, they don't give a shit. They will sacrifice their husband, their children, for their own happiness. And here's the kicker. They think they need to sacrifice that to find happiness. That's the insanity, right? You can't just find happiness in marriages and being a mom and being a wife. No, you need to sacrifice all that so you can find happiness. And then you wonder why men are how they are today. Men are not. Let's break this down.
12-year relationship with 2 kids. We had been together since I was 16 years old. I had 2 children as a teenager. And I can honestly say that as young adults raising 2 children, we did pretty okay. But about
And this is why men don't commit to single moms like that. This is why, okay? The utter selfishness. Because this is why I say you need to ask why she's single. You need to ask why she's single, because dating for women is easy. It is easy. And if you can't have a man, why? You attract terrible men. 2, you are hard to deal with. And hard to deal with can be selfish. Utterly selfish. Do you think the next man, right? Whenever this woman maybe find them needs, like, oh, I want a man now. Don't qualify for marriage. Don't qualify for marriage, right? But, oh, I want to marry, or I want a relationship. You think the next man will see that, okay, this is how you do, right? For a man that she's not complaining about the man, right? He didn't cheat, he didn't abuse her, he didn't do nothing, right? She just wanted to focus on herself. So she left the marriage because she just wanted to think about herself. So, you think the next man sees this selfishness and will commit to her long term, or will he just put her in the pump and dump category? This is why you see I've done so many Kendra G videos. Okay? You have single moms saying, oh, I deserve love, I deserve marriage, all this shit. No, you don't. Men don't see that anymore. Because why? Because your past matters. Your past shows you how ugly, how disgusting of a human being you are. Why does he want to suffer from that? Why would the next man want to get with this woman and possibly most likely suffer from her selfishness? Because she's shown she's utterly selfish.
6 years into the relationship, I began to feel stuck. While he was sticking to and accomplishing all of the goals that he had set for himself, I was feeling like my life was just becoming like a revolving door of mother and wife duties.
Let me say this. She's a stay-at-home wife. You could do something, right? But before that, I will say this. His goals, his dreams, or whatever, is benefiting the family. This is the insanity, right? Men, their goals, their purpose, their drive, their effort is to benefit their family, able to provide for her and his family, right? Her and the family, where she can be a stay-at-home mom. Her goals is just for herself. No matter how you put it, the absolute selfishness. A man achieves his goals, it benefits his wife, his kids. A woman achieves her goals is when she leaves her husband, her kids.
And then the goals that I have for myself will come last. I would come up with all these plans on how we could, relocate to California as a family. And he would entertain it, but he never spoke life into it. And when it all hit the...
This is the thing. 1, stop being lazy. You can do it yourself. I mean, it's like, sometimes women feel like men... This is the thing, right? Men ask for submissive women. Men are not asking for robots. Men aren't, right? It's just submissive. It's just treat a man good. That's it, really. You're a stay-at-home wife. You're a stay-at-home mom. You can do shit yourself. Create your business. Do your shit, whatever. No, I can't. I need to leave my husband, break up my family, so I can accomplish my goals. And this is the thing, right? Men know it too. Women's goals, right? Women's plans usually turn out just to benefit for themselves. It's not the benefit of the family. Men, their goals, their ambitions, usually, most of the time, is for the benefit of the family.
Fan, I walked away from everything. And you know what was the hardest? The judgment and criticism that I received, especially from people I thought would be in my corner. After leaving that relationship, an overflow of blessings and opportunities started to come my way. It has been an extremely long journey of healing. I didn't know who I was outside of being a mom and a wife. I am that too, but I'm also more than just that. Now I am getting to...
Who said you... It's like, who said that you couldn't have been more than that while you were in your marriage with your marriage and with your children? This is like, it's like the absolute insanity of it. Women just want to, they want the validation, they want sympathy, they want support for their poor behaviors. Here's the thing, right? We hear it every day. We hear it all the time. Marriages fail because of men. Marriages fail because men are abusive. Men abuse women financially. Men, whatever. All cheated, lied, all this shit, right? Here's a woman that wasn't smart enough to accomplish her goals while staying married, while staying a mom. She needed to walk away from her husband and kids to achieve her goals. It's like, here's the thing, right? In my opinion, and I think it kind of backs up with, you know, the quote unquote reasonings of a lot of divorces, right? Women just become selfish. Women just want to out. Women don't want these men that they chose to commit to, they chose to marry. Women just want out. This man didn't cheat. This man wasn't terrible. This man wasn't abusive. This man didn't really do anything, right? Didn't do anything terrible or wrong. Women just want out. They just like, oh, you know what? Yo, logical faith. Yo, thank you. You're amazing. This is the unspoken reality, in my opinion, right? This is the unspoken reality of divorces. It's not really about finances. It's not really about cheating. Although those are high, but the most reasonings, right, for divorce is what is it? It's like invocable differences or something, right? It's not that they don't the most reason, right? Because people who do these divorces, right? They write why. They write why they divorce. Usually it's just the differences. And in my opinion, 80% being women, they're just bored. They're just tired of being married, of being a mom, being a family. They don't want to do it. They think that they could find better. They think that, you know what, they want to be by themselves. They don't want to be a wife anymore. This is the reality. This is the thing right here. It is the lie that social media, society push. Oh, men are cheaters. Men are liars. Men are abusive financially or physically, right? The lies. In my opinion, the majority of divorces are women just wanting out. They are bored of their husbands. They are tired of being married. They're tired of being wives. They want better. They think they deserve better. They think they deserve something else. They want to be back in the streets, back to the streets, right? Other men or other situations, or because this is the thing, right? What could her goals be that she couldn't accomplish while still being a wife and a mother? What goal? What goal when she was a stay-at-home mom? What goal? Did you want it to, what? Sell shit on Etsy? You could do that. Did you want it to, I don't know, volunteer? You could do that. What did you want? No, what did these women want? They want to be back in the, use their sexuality, use their feminine back without the restriction of a man, right? A restriction of being a faithful wife. Use her beauty, use her whatever to get to her goals. But think on this, right? Here's a man that provided for his family for years, accomplished his goals to provide for his family for years, and this is what he gets. I just think this is sad, because who talks about the men, right? Who talks about men? Who talks about the men? Nobody. Because this is the thing. For a man to want to marry a woman, he puts a lot of stake into that. For a man to want to create a good man, to want to create a family, to want to create, a marriage, a union with somebody, he put his all into it, his heart and soul into it. He sacrificed himself. He sacrificed his own happiness to accomplish that. And then what does he get? She's bored. She's tired. See, she's selfish. Who thinks about the man? Where all those years of sacrificing, all those years of, blood, sweat, and tears to provide for his family, to show his love to his wife, his kids, he served divorce papers. Do you know men have the highest suicide or self-deletion rate? And a lot of men, right? A lot of those are the destruction of families. A lot of reasonings, okay? A lot of reasonings of why men just self-delete is the destructions of family. Women destroy their families that men sacrifice so much to provide for. And then they just destroy it when they see fit. And then you wonder why men are utterly destroyed. Right? Men just... I've heard so many stories, right, of men getting served divorce papers, wondering why. He'd done everything for his wife. He'd done everything he could to provide for his family. Because she's selfish. She doesn't want to be, and she's not happy. Here's a man done everything he can to make her happy, she's not happy. Okay, yet what's the effort you do to make yourself happy? No. The effort you do to make yourself happy is breaking up your marriage and your family. That's your path to make yourself happy. No care for the man. No care. This is why I made my channel. Because of the struggle men go through, and nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about it. Exactly. Being served divorce papers when after doing all you can to be the best man you can, be the best husband, be the best father you can. And you are served divorce papers because why? She's bored. She's tired. She's unhappy. Even though you tried your best. Not like she's trying her best. Okay? All because she thinks her goals should not include you and her family. Yo, Logic. Yo, Logic. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the... It broke my heart when I realized just how little women care for men. I was literally holding back tears when it finally dawned on me just how bad it is. Now I'm not even on the market anymore. Bro, I've said this before, right? There was a... You know what? Look at this, right? Not even the Fresh and Fits or the any other red pill creators, right? Those guys, right? All these other guys were not the reasoning why I created my channel. What is the reasoning? I listened to the struggles, the stories of other men. That's what it did, right? That is what made me create my channels. Listening to the struggles of good average men. I'm not talking about the CEOs, the six-figure men, the players, the bad boys, the men that have high body counts. I'm not talking about those men. I'm talking about good average men. Talking about how women curb them, women ghost them, women cheat on them, women abuse them, women divorce them, right? Women break up the family. Listen to the stories of those men. It broke my heart. Because if you guys have listened to my other lives, I've shared my struggles, right? I get comments calling me incels and all that shit, right? But hell, you know, sometimes I wish I was. You know why I wish I was? Because if I didn't have actual relationships with women, my heart wouldn't have been broken so much. My children wouldn't have been taken away from me. My children wouldn't have been taken away from me. Okay? And I wouldn't have... I'm just saying that nobody cares for men. This is why I wanted to build this community, right? This community. Hopefully we can show that there are actual men, actual people out there that cares about good average men, cares about good men, men that are morally sound, men that stand on principle, men that aren't really toxic, right? Good average men. Yeah, you know? What do you guys think? You know, it is hard. It is hard. But, you know, here's... life is crazy. Life is crazy. I mean, it is crazy. But this is the thing, right? I want to say this. Life is hard. Life is, I mean, don't, even for me, right? I'm not complaining about my life. I'm more sharing it about it. I'm more sharing my life, right? It is what it is, right? I made the mistakes I made. I don't blame nobody for the mistakes I made, right? Life is hard. life is hard for everyone. But what I do want to do is show to my support for the least supported group in the world. We have races, right? People that support groups of, groups of race, right? We have people that support LGBT, whatever communities. We have groups that support women. What group supports men, right? Men, just men. Don't matter about your race, right? What group supports men? Nobody. Nobody. And that's why I want to, although I'm not a big creator, I will always, I don't care if I have, I don't know, 3K or 100K subscribers. I will always be humble and I will always support average men. My content has never been geared to six-figure men or be toxic to women or, people may think I'm being toxic to women. I'm not. Okay? In my opinion, I'm not. But in my opinion, it's just, I'm just showing my support to average men. So, but let's move on. This was an interesting video. No one really talks about this, right? No one really talks about this. So I wanted to showcase this video and we'll talk about it.
Husband is like sweeter, more patient with the kids when you're treating him well.
All right, sorry about that.
Do you notice that your husband is like sweeter, more patient with the kids when you're treating him well? And I'm not saying that's absolute fact. I'm just like, that's something that I noticed in my life, and I'm wanting to know if other people are experiencing the same thing. And not even just with the kids. I feel like overall, I feel like my husband is more willing to endure life's foolishness. He's more willing to do little sweet favors for me. He's more willing to show up for me without me having to ask and to do those little things when I'm actually treating him well. And I'm not saying that he treats my kids terribly on a regular basis, but it's just like, he's going to treat them well regardless. He's going to spoil his kids regardless. That's just who he is. But it just seems like there's a little cherry on top when I'm being like the sweetest, most loving version of myself versus when I'm not. And y'all know I'm always striving to do that, but human flesh, and sometimes I struggle with it. We talk about that here all the time. But I'm wanting to know if that's a general thing that's happening. I feel like it might be, but I want to know. So this is a social experiment. Y'all chime in and let me know. Do you know?
This is the insanity of it. To need to ask, oh, you know what? Is it just me, or if you treat men good, they will treat you good? If you treat a man good, he will be happy, pep in his step. Treat other people good. Treat his kids good, even better, because you treat him well. You treat him like a human being. You treat him like you love him. Ain't that something? It's like, oh wow, oh my God, is that something new? That's something new, right? Did she just find that out today? Right? Do women never think about it? Oh, you know what? Oh my God, I wonder if I treat my man well, will he treat me good? Will he treat me even better? Right? Will he be happy? If I treat my man, right, good, will he be happy? Yo, logical, you are like insane. I'm logical faith. I'm 6'3", I make over 100K, but after watching Kendra's show every day and seeing how little the women care about the actual man, and not just his stats, that's what made me finally just, I'm done. Bro, let me say this, right? I'm never going to say all women are the same. I'm never going to say that, right? But I do say this. It is hard. It is hard. Women are not the same, right? They're not the same as, any old school ladies, right? The old school lady feminist shit, right? It is hard. It is hard to find a woman that will love you for you, will build with you, will truly be there through thick and thin. It is hard. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. Not all women are the same. But I will be lying to you if I say it's easy. I'll be lying to you if I say it's easy. Okay? So, how, you know what? It's like, join the passport movement, bro. I would say join the passport movement. If you are making over 100K, your options are much bigger. If you're 6 foot, over 6 foot, your options are bigger. Join the passport movement. Join the passport bro movements, right? The world should be your oyster. I think more men should travel. More men should experience the world, right? So, but that's my opinion. If you're a good man and you are well above, like 6'3", over 100K, you are like in the top 1%, bro, right? Top 20%. So, expand your options. Travel the world. That's my opinion. But to back to the video, is that's the insanity of it. That's the selfishness. That right there shows me selfishness. Yes, amazing that she's treating her husband well, right? Amazing that she's treating her husband well. But to think that is a question that needs to be asked, is your husband's behavior determined by how you treat him? If you treat your man well, would he be happy? That shows you the selfishness of a lot of women. To not even think about their man's happiness, right? You don't think about your man's happiness. Shows you how selfish women are. And women don't. Women don't. Why do you think sexless marriage is such a common thing? Okay? Hell, those sexless marriages, she would cheat on you before she would even have sex with you. It's like women will not think about a man's happiness, okay? And then complain about their own happiness. When most likely, a lot of men sacrifice their own happiness to try to make her happy. So that's the insanity of it, that no one thinks about men's happiness. Let's break it down a little bit.
Notice that your husband is like sweeter, more patient with the kids when you're treating him well.
This is the thing where women, yes, if he's happy, it's like insane. A lot of men, right? If they are not focused on other activities like their hobbies or whatever, their success, then yes, a lot of their happiness would come from the woman they love, right? How she treats them. This is the thing where I think a lot of marriages, a lot of women don't understand why maybe men, right, cheat or focus on work completely or ignore family, or because he's unhappy. But he doesn't want to focus on his happiness to break up a family. This is where women's true power matters. Their true power is how they affect men, right? I think that's one of their true power. Besides giving birth, it's how they affect men, right? Because why do you hear the saying, right? Behind, every powerful man is a woman? Because how she treats him, how she affects him can make him succeed, push to greatness. I agree to that. I'm 100% support of that. The men that have to do it on their own, beware of those men. Why? Because again, they have high standards. They will view women, okay, as you didn't build with me. Now you want to extract my resources that I built myself. Well, shit is going to be harder. Getting this shit is going to be much harder. Why do you think successful men, okay, have high standards, or they don't just settle down with just any woman? Because again, they had to build her themselves, okay? Throughout all the suffering, right? All the lows, he was there by himself. No one else is around him. So, that's the thing where women understand. Women need to understand the best choice in man is the man you can build with. And this is the thing. One of the part is like the support a woman gives to a man, right? Not just sex, which sex is a big part, but it's the loving, the support, the, word of affirmation, right? It's just the actions, the words that pushes the man for greatness. That's women's power that they just don't seem to understand. But here's the thing where I gotta say too, a lot of women they use that power on shitty men. They use the power on the players, the bad boys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, and then boom, these men they cheated on them. They don't value it because they don't care. And then now these women are bitter. These women are hard to deal with. These women don't want to support men. These women don't want to be nice to men. So now good men don't want that because good men don't deserve that.
And I'm not saying that's absolute fact. I'm just like, that's something that I noticed in my life.
That is absolute fact. You be good to your man, surprise, surprise, he be good even more to you. Here's the insanity, right? Insanity of men, okay? He just needs you to treat him moderately well for him to treat you even better. Because men are true givers. Men are true romantics. Men are the ones who are true romantics. Men are the ones who are natural givers. They are the lovers, okay? They are the ones who provide, who loves, who are romantic. So, all you need to do is just be kind to him. Be nice to him. Support him. Love him, right? Show him that you love him. And then he will give you the effing moon. He will give you the world. Don't just treat him like shit.
And I'm wanting to know if other people are experiencing the same thing. And not even just...
Yo, Mystic, and everyone who said, right? I am doing my best to build myself to be the best man I can be. I support all men to do that too. I want all my brothers to strive to be the best version of himself. Logical, I'm amazed that you make over 100K, right? That's amazing. I'm glad that you've reached one of the pinnacles, right, of men or something like that, right? But every man, just be the best version of yourself so you can reach happiness, okay? Where you can reach your own happiness, your goals, finances, if you want to, like your gym, whatever, right? Personality, logic, right? Anything to improve yourself. I'm in all support. I want all my brothers to reach the best version of themselves. It doesn't even have to be a 100K man, right? Doesn't have to be a millionaire. Doesn't have to be like body like a Greek god, right? It doesn't have to be. Best version of yourself is where you're happy. Where you're happy. That's what I want to say, right? So.
The kids, I feel like overall, my husband is more willing to endure life's foolishness. He's more willing to do little sweet favors for me. He's more willing to show up for me without me having to ask and to do those little things when I'm actually treating him well. And I'm not saying that he treats my kids terribly on a regular basis, but it's just like, he's going to treat them well regardless. He's going to spoil his kids regardless. That's just who he is. But it just seems like there's a little cherry on top when I.
That's the thing, right? It's the thing where men feel like good men will treat their wife, their kids well, right? They will treat them well. They will do their best. But again, you treat him good, give him purpose, give him reasoning, give him love, give him affection. He will try to go above and beyond. Not just his best. He will try to go above his best, right? He will push himself to make other people happy, to think about others. Yeah. That is not a hard concept.
I'm being like the sweetest, most loving version of myself versus when I'm not. And y'all know I'm always striving to do that, but human.
And that's the thing, right? Be a joy to be around, right? Like imagine this where, you know what? If you are a joy to be around, a good wife, a wife that he loves, that he actually enjoys to be around, surprise, surprise, he's going to be around his kids as well. What? Because you're all there. So he's going to be around his kids. He's going to be attentive to his kids. He's going to care, love for his kids while he's loving you too. Because you are a joy to be around. This is the thing where a lot of women seem to not understand. When you are a nag, you are a pain to be around. He doesn't want to be around. And surprise, surprise, if he doesn't want to be around you, you're likely, as a mom, usually around your kids, the collateral damage is he's not around his kids as well. But, yeah.
And sometimes I struggle with it. We talk about that here all the time. But I'm wanting to know if that's a general thing that's happening. I feel like it might be, but I want to know. So this is a social experiment. Y'all chime in and let me know.
It's insane that any woman can think it should be a social experiment, or it's a wonder, it's a question to ask, because it shouldn't be. It should be automatic to think about your man's happiness. This is the thing where I go about this, right? I go about this in how I think about relationships. Relationships shouldn't be about yourself. So and maybe I chose the wrong women, right? It happens. But how I go about relationships is that when I go into a relationship, I think about her happiness. Hoping she thinks about my happiness, right? So I focus and I put effort in making her happy. In return, hopefully, I hope that she thinks about my happiness. Because again, like I said, in my view, I don't think when you are in a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be thinking about yourself. You shouldn't be thinking about your own happiness. Because when you think about your own happiness, well, you won't think about the other person's. Sometimes, right? Most likely, you're not thinking about the other person's. So, I would think logically how I've gone about relationships is that I will focus on the other person's happiness. Sadly, no one think about my happiness. And then it feels like I'm just in a one-way relationship. But I thought it was logical, right? I thought it was logical where, you know what? You think about my happiness, I'm thinking about your happiness. But maybe it isn't, right? Maybe it isn't. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Yo, Mystic, that exactly. I have used my pain, I have used the heartbreaks, I have used my past to inspire me. That is correct, right? This is in my opinion, men need to go through hardships. It's like iron sharpens iron in a sense, right? Where men going through these hardships will strengthen you. It should strengthen you, right? It should make you stronger, wants to persevere, wants to be in a better place. That's what I think, right? That's how I view it. No, I mean, it is a proverb. Mystic, no, bro. I will continue to support you, bro. I continue to support all my brothers, right? I view everyone who's in this chat, everyone who supports me, everyone who subscribes, everyone who likes, everyone who, I've always seen, you guys are my brothers, right? I'm supporting you just like you guys are supporting me. I want to encourage you just like you guys are being in these chats, watching my shit, doing all these things. That's support to me, right? And I give it back because I believe in you guys. All right, this is a sad video, right? In my opinion, this is a sad video. So, excuse me if I get emotional reacting to this, okay? Excuse me for it.
I have been married for 51 years. I have been married for 51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. There's somebody else's. Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault that those 2 idiots got dumped into this world. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they take after the plumber or the postman or the milkman, or, yeah, they were milkmen back when they came around. I mean, God only knows. It sure gets old. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys. But if I could figure out who they were, I've been practicing law long enough that I pretty well figure I can sue their ass and get all my money back that I sunk into those 2 deadbeats. It just chaps my ass that she couldn't tell me. I'd probably forgiven her. Maybe not. You know how it is. Hell, boys, y'all need to go get your own paternity test. You can't tell by looking who's the daddy, unless you're looking down at the genetic level. I've been in court thousands of times in paternity suits, and 4 out of 5 times, guy says he ain't the daddy, he's right. And I have been married.
As the captions say, and I hope you guys could hear it. After 51 years of marriage, he found out his 2 sons are not his. 51 years. Faithfully with one woman, to find out she was not faithful to him. I mean, this is the only tip of the iceberg that she has 2 sons from her unfaithfulness, right? There's no counting how many men she slept with, how many times she slept with these men. You made this man provide for years for some other deadbeat men's children. This is why, right? Raising some other man's kids is one of men's biggest fears. Why? Because to find out the kids that he raised, the kids that he loved, is not his, is utterly debilitating. It is heartbreaking. Absolute demon. DW, yes, she is absolutely disgusting. Like, you gotta think of this. He wasted his life. 51 years of marriage. It's down the drain. Because it's not, it's like, she wasn't just unfaithful. She lied to this man, giving this man kids that weren't his. It's like, no woman cares about men. Women do not care about men. Because where's his feelings when it comes to regards? Her own happiness was the only the only care. Her own happiness. She thought this man was faithful, was a good, quote unquote, good man. So she let this man raise her bastards of a kids, right? Raise kids from other men that didn't want these kids. It's just that I've heard these stories countless times. Okay? Where good men, good effing men, okay, want to be faithful, want to be good husbands, want to be good fathers, to only find out he's been lied to. Only find out he was cheated on. And here's the thing, right? We hear some statistics that say cheating, right, for men and women are about equal. In my opinion, it is women who predominantly are the cheaters. In my opinion, it is women who are predominantly the cheaters. Why? Because they have the options and they have the abilities, and i.e., they are good liars. They are good emotionally manipulators. I do not believe in the societal propaganda that, oh, it's men are cheating, men are ruining marriages, men are ruining relationships. No, and I'm not saying none. I believe majority of women are the ones. They are the cheaters. They are the liars, right? They are the ones who destroy relationships. Why? Because, like I said, they have the options, right? Like I said, no matter if she's ugly, pretty, old, young, fat, skinny, whatever, there will always be men, and in some cases, shitty men that will want them. So even if she's married, old, whatever, there will be a man, most likely a shitty man, that will still want her. Okay? And she can lie like no other. She can manipulate the situation. Women are better at that than men. It's just, that's why I honestly cannot, and I don't believe the social society, right? Our society's propaganda of always the blame on men. Because of shit like this. I'm hoping for changes. I'm hoping for big changes, right? Because shit like this, right? OGs talking about, sharing their, like I said, what I started this channel is listening to other men's stories. This is why I created my channel, so I can share other men's stories. I can share my own stories. I can talk about the crappy women on the dating market. So it's sad. This is sad, right? It is sad. Let's I guess we could play it again.
51 years. Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids. There's somebody else's.
How much I guarantee you, these men, these kids, know it. They know it. Right? A lot of cases, these women, right, have told these kids. So it's usually the father, the husband, that's in the dark. No, that's what, and this is sometimes that's the most disgusting thing, right? That's the most disgusting thing. Where, I mean, I'm guessing I'm just a guess, right? Just, shooting out a guess. But I've heard stories. But what I think is disgusting is these sons, because they're probably terrible, shitty ass men, can't see the pain that this man is going through. Their father. And not, if they knew about it, not telling this man for years, no duh that a shitty ass woman produced shitty ass men.
Of course, the only good thing is, I know it's not my fault that those 2 idiots got dumped into this world. Hell, I thought they took after their mother. Instead, they take after the plumber or the postman or the milkman, or, yeah, they were milkmen back when they came around. I mean, God only knows. It sure gets old. I do wish I knew who the real fathers were. And they ain't the same. She was bopping a couple of different guys.
That's the thing where, imagine the pain this man going through, learning that this woman didn't just cheat on him with just one man. No, she cheated on him with multiple men. Yeah, 2 had a results, right? The children, but who knows how many other men she cheated on with. It's just disgusting. I know this is, I think there's more. I mean, there's more, but I think that would be it. It's just sad. It's just really sad, right? The pain men go through, nobody cares. Absolutely no one, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, it's been a long live already, right? I mean, I started late. I mean, if I started earlier, I probably would have gone early, longer. But it's late. I don't want to keep you guys up. Too late. I care about my brothers, right? You're gonna, you must be tired from weekend or working, whatever. So, yeah. But thank you guys for joining the live. You guys are amazing, right? Alvi, you're amazing. Thank you. Mystic, mad support, mad love. DW, you're awesome. Parasocial, if you guys are still here, mad love, right? Love you guys. Logical Faith, you have become such the mad ass supporter. I mean, like, I cannot tell you how much your support means to me. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for helping. Thank you for the words. Thank you for joining the lives. You are amazing, right? Yo, have fun on COD. Alvi, have fun. Have fun playing your game, bro. Yo, I used to, man, when I was younger, I was really an avid COD player. It's just nowadays, it's hard for me to find the time, right? I mean, I'm trying to build this. I mean, this channel is part of me trying to build my empire in a way, right? Being the best version of myself, right? But So it's hard for me to find the time, but yeah. Yeah, GW, yo, have a good night, bro. Everyone else, McCoy, if you're still here, thank you for joining. Fairfax, everyone else, Neo, I know you're probably not here, but thank you for coming by. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for coming by. I always love you guys for dropping by my lives, right? You guys are amazing. Yeah. Stay tuned for more. You guys are amazing. Later, brothers.